Hello everyone! Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and we are doing live broadcasts every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time except for Mondays. Those live chats are at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the duration of the coronavirus pandemic because a lot of people have gone into isolation. Either asked by their officials or self-imposed, and that's not great for your mental health. So we are doing what we can do to help everyone socialize in some fashion. So that's what these lives are about. I don't always have a topic to speak about each day. We're just here as a place for people of like minds and folks that love yarn and love manipulating yarn to congregate and spend some time with each other. That being said, if this is your first time ever participating in a YouTube Live, welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. We hope that you stay. Couple things to mention. If you are new, please make sure that you are logged into your YouTube channel. If you are not logged into your YouTube channel, it will not let you participate in the live chat that is going on while we are live. You also need to make sure that you look for the drop down box that normally says top chat. Make sure that it is saying live chat. If you are not on live chat, then you're going to miss part of the conversation. You're going to be lost in the sauce. I'm going to be responding to people and what is this lady talking about? It's more than likely because you're on top chat and the message did not come through. That is also true if you happen to be watching the replay later. If you are essential or you are not in isolation and you're watching the replay later, the same thing will happen. You need to make sure that you are selecting live chat and not top chat. But obviously, if it's the replay, then you won't be able to participate in it because it's already done. Last disclaimer before we get into the chit chat part, I'm not sure if they're here or not because I was not looking at chat, but Freaky, Anthony, and Sue are completely harmless. They are locals. If you say something and a pun can be made out of it, one of those three is probably going to pick it up. Gives us good laughs. They're kind of like our court gestures here at It's Crochet O'Clock. We love them, and they are an essential part of our community. So please don't take offense if they happen to make a pun about something that you say. It's just them. It's just their way. Every group has those folks. You know who I'm talking about. They all have them. Oh, coffee. The nectar of the gods, you guys. Let's move this over and see who we have in live chat. Hello, everybody. We have Dee moderating for us today. Ida cannot be here today, so Dee is manning the ship all by her little lonesome over there, which means that you guys need to be good. You guys need to be really good. I'm going to be putting a call out for some moderators here soon because we've been going live a lot and I am very, very, very worried about Dee and Ida getting burnt out. I love them. I do not want them to get burnt out if they want to be here every single day, if they can be moderating for us. I love them so much for it, but I'm really concerned about burnout for them. So I'm going to work on getting some more moderators because Lauren works night shift in the US, so she's normally sleeping during the day. Kim lives in Australia, so it's the middle of the night for her, and you know, Ida has children at home, Dee has children at home. We just need to spread it out just a little bit. I thought it was now Delbert o'clock. I'm so sorry. You know, over 2 years of saying it's crochet o'clock, I forgot that it's now Delbert o'clock. If you guys missed last night's live chat, oh, it was a situation. Ruth made it and she is watching the ad. Thank you so much, Ruth, for watching the ad. You guys, while you were at home, I posted this on my social media, but obviously for obvious reasons, I don't have everybody on my personal Facebook, but I just want to share that the way that content creators get paid on YouTube is by the ads. So if you skip an ad, then that content creator doesn't get paid. And it's a very, very very, very small amount. It takes a lot of people watching the ads for it to generate income for us. So while you are at home and while you are enjoying YouTube, please keep your favorite creators in mind. And that goes all the way across the platform, everybody. It all takes equipment. We all have bills to pay for the internet, the electricity. We all have to purchase materials in order to make content for you. There is a price for the time that it takes to develop. If people are filming and then they're editing and then they're going through all of that, and it's just a really, really easy way for you guys to help them out and help them continue doing what they are doing. If it's a very long ad, like the 1.5 minute or the 3 minute long ads, you don't have to watch all of those. As long as you watch 30 seconds of it, the content creator will still get paid. Another way that you can help out your content creators that is very, very cost effective, YouTube takes 40% of our money from the ad generations. So Patreon only takes 5% of the pledges from its folks. So check out your favorite YouTubers, no matter what niche they are in. Check them out and see if they have a Patreon, because a lot of them have tiers that are as low as $1 pledged each month, and that means that 95 cents of that goes to the content creator, whereas only 60 cents would go to the YouTuber. And most of the time, Patreon allows its members to give away extra things, so there's different tiers, so you'll get bonuses and things like that. So check your favorite creators and see if they are on Patreon, because then you'll get a bonus. They get more of the money that you are throwing towards them, if you can do that, and you'll get fun stuff from it. It's just an easy way to support, and I tell my patrons to feel free to skip the ads, because just feel free to skip the ads if you are on if you are one of my patrons. Does YouTube take 40% of super chats too? Yes, YouTube takes 40% of everything. Everything. And that's all the way across the platform. So all of the channels that you like to watch, if they are monetized, because there are certain criterias that we have to meet before we can actually be monetized. Not everybody gets it. But if they are monetized, if you see an ad on the video, that means that they're monetized. So just take care and try and watch it, because that really doesn't cost you anything but just a little bit of time. It does suck. But, you know, they're giving us a platform to come to you guys and to be able to help you guys to make content. So, you know, it's fair, and they have a very big overhead as well. But if you guys aren't watching the ads, then nobody's making anything at all. Hello, Terry. Hello, hello, hello. You guys, I hope you guys don't mind that I picked the granny square up, because it's my Monday. For those of you who don't know, my schedule is Tuesday through Saturday for my normal 40-hour-a-week job. So today is my Monday, and I have a little bit of the Monday blahs, and my brain is not working. My brain is actually stuck on the pattern that is in testing right now. And I think that that's a big problem of why I've been having issues the past 2 days with starting the new wall hangings, because my brain is still working overdrive, working with the testers, and they're constantly going and bringing up errors because I'm not a great pattern writer. So there's lots of things that I have to do, and that is occupying most of my brain. So my creative go-go juice is very, very, very low right now. So I hope you don't mind that I'm sitting here working on the never-ending granny square project that one of these days might end up getting turned into an actual blanket. You should make Freaky Anthony and I honorary patrons since we are locals. I actually can't make anybody an honorary patron because, you know, I have some of my moderators that are not patrons, and I always forget that they don't get the secret squirrel stuff that the patrons get, because my patrons always get all of the information first. They always see everything that is going on, and I always forget that some of my moderators are not actually patrons. So then one of them will say something about it in moderator chat, and they'll be like, what what's going on? Hello, crochet blessings. Annie, maybe your mind will hide. Oh, Stephanie, am I losing my mind, or did your yarn change color? Nope, my yarn changed color. This is um, Nurturing Fibers Eco Cotton, and it's of the speckled line, and this is Sandstone. Would making a chart be easier than writing a pattern, at least for the wall hangings? Me scribbling out a chart would be easier, yeah, but not everybody can read charts. You know, I'm just joking. We are just honored to be here. Aw. I love having you guys here. But let me tell you, after working so long with that teeny hook, not really teeny, not super teeny, but after working so long with that little hook, I had to go find my 4mm for this. And it feels like I am working with a giant crochet hook. Oh man. Let's see. I think this is the last round for this. I'm going to have to pull out another one. Well, hello, Miss Jo. Welcome. I'm going to have to pull out another one because this is also the one that I can't remember what crochet hook I was using. I think everything is looking the same. Y'all remember a couple weeks ago I had issues, and I made squares that were yeah, that's looking about the same. We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it. It's fine. This is all going to be fine. It'll be fine. I have no idea how many of these I have. I probably should stop and count to see how many I have. Dum dum dum. Now I know what to look forward to when I pick up Lost Garden after I'm done with the test pattern. Yeah. Is there a video yet? A video of what? Hello, Julie. You've been watching on your TV? Oh, it always freaks me out when people tell me that they've been watching me on TV, like on the big screen. I'm like, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Hello, Anthony. The Afghan I'm making is ivory and taupe, somewhat bland colors, but it's what he likes. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. A couple of weeks ago you had issues, really? You don't know if you were using the correct hook? Really? Yeah, I know. I know, shocking. Me, shocking. Let me separate all these suckers out. Let's see. And then Dee turned around and Dee did the same thing. She made it. What was it, like 300 granny squares you made or something, Dee? And she just had to frog like half of them because half of them are with one size hook and half of them are with another. Oh yeah, this must have been the small one. Must have been the small one. Gosh, there's so many. You go over here. I got a lot in here. A lot. get back in there. Did I? I hope I put that. What are you? Uh-oh. I think that goes in there. I've been trying to keep track of how many I've made. Wait, this isn't. Nope, that's it. Wait. M, are you all vanilla? You're all vanilla. There's so many. I don't know what I was thinking. This is going to be such a patchwork blanket because there's been no rhyme or reason to these squares. Honest to goodness, there hasn't been. No rhyme or reason at all. Hello, Cindy. 200 plus. Poor D. Poor D. D was following the leader. I know. It's my fault. Margaret, hello Margaret. Margaret says 42 people in chat and only 20 thumbs up. You guys give a thumbs up. That lets the algorithm know that we are live and that people actually like it. And what that's going to do is it's going to recommend it more to people who are surfing through YouTube right now that actually like yarn and crafty activities. So that will bring more people to the fold. I'm busy folding laundry. Oh, doing laundry for 6. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. That's not enough for a blanket. Not yet. That's definitely not enough for a blanket. Oh, D, yes, D, you missed Delbert. You missed him and all of his shenanigans. Annie. See, that's the good thing about not being able to hear you guys, is I can just not look at the screen and you guys can't mess up my count. Ha ha ha. Although I've already forgotten what the number was that I had. I just knew that it wasn't enough. Our thumbs up bring all the boys to the yard, right? Exactly, that's how it works. My monsters are doing laundry right now. I do not touch their laundry. If they want clean clothes, they wash the clothes. Woof, way to go, Sue. Teaching them babies young. Well, you have some older ones too, don't you? I was that way as well. Chimichanga. Chimichanga. Oh, man. You guys. Poor folks who are new here or who don't get to watch the evening lives, they have no idea what's going on. Just random chimichanga. It's quite comical, though, for those of us who know what's going on. Close the magic ring. Oh, somebody asked me if there was a video for it yet. I missed what the response was to my question, but if you are inquiring if there is a video yet for the wall hanging, no, there is not, because it's going through testing right now. So once it goes through testing and all of the errors are found, then I will film the video and then edit the video. And then the video and the pattern gets released to the patrons because they get it first, and then it will be coming to the rest of the world. They are 11 and 12. The 12-year-old is the renegade dancing chimichanga weirdo. Oh, bless her heart. Hello, Sarah. It's Delbert o'clock, you guys. Just comes in and takes over my channel. All the years of work that I have put into it just come in and just one night and just decide that it's no longer It's Crochet O'Clock, it's Delbert O'Clock. Still a little bit bitter about that one. Even more bitter that you guys were going with it and that you're still going with it. I mean, where's the loyalty here? I don't know how I feel about all this. What day are we on? Is it today is a week. Today is day 7. It only took 4 days for my moderators to turn on me. Now the rest of the subscriber base is starting to turn on me. I don't like how this is going. And he ate my Tim Tams. Yes, Delbert ate my Tim Tams. Taking my channel, eating my Tim Tams, lying about eating my Tim Tams. It's not okay. Yes, he ate my Tim Tams. He did. All chocolate faced and all, right? Well, Ruth, you wouldn't know it. I'm sure wanting some Tim Tams. I know, me too, but you know what? I am seriously rationing myself because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get some next because so many things are uncertain right now. I know that South Africa went on lockdown yesterday for 21 days, and they may end up being in lockdown longer because they're about 2 weeks behind us. If they can, if South Africans pay attention and they do what they need to do to stop the spread of the virus, they may come back up in 21 days. But you know, looking at the rest of the world and how the rest of the world is handling this, I don't know if that's going to be the case. So my shipment that came in from South Africa yesterday that didn't have everything that we needed, but it had a lot of stuff in it that we needed, is going to be the last shipment for this foreseeable future because we are not essential. Not essential. So we're not going to put folks at risk. Thankfully, I can still go to the post office. I can walk into the post office and I don't have to come in contact with anybody. I can just take my packages over and there's a big old place where I can just drop them and they will grab them and check them in for us. So I don't have to be in contact with people and the postal workers have to be there anyways. So, but the farm is not essential. And then the workers that are making the yarn and dyeing the yarn, that's not essential. So they're going to be closed down. The postal service and the courier services in South Africa are actually going a step farther than we have. If you are not sending out something for an essential business, it's not going out. So what we have is what we have, guys, and I don't know when we're going to be able to get it replaced. Just a little warning. Oh. Let me see. Sue said that I missed her comment. Let me see. And then rolled the Biscoff butter. Right? The Biscoff butter? It's crazy. Delbert would have gotten a what for in my house. I wanted to give Delbert a what for, but I was here live and I am a lady and we just don't do things like that in front of other folks. Terry's looking for a Tim Tam connection. Any takers? I have lots of options to trade. Maybe. right now, we don't know. A musketeer who knows nothing of swordplay. The tribe gestures. Dee's having way too much fun. And there's Freaky, the third musketeer. Yep, that went a little bit backwards. I was reading everything backwards. Hello, Freaky. Good day to you. So it's going to be interesting. Anthony's been kind of quiet since he said hello, but he's there. He's probably just listening, just waiting for his opportunity to pounce. Still no coffee. Oh no, Sandy. Oh no. Stephanie, my older monster, sat at her typewriter this morning and typed a letter to Delbert. Aww. Aw, well, you will have to get that letter to me and then I can get it to Delbert. Bless her heart. Yarn businesses are essential for my mental health and many others too. Well, you know, let us hope, because, well, yes, we do believe that way. There was a time when manufacturing clothes and things like that wasn't as prevalent as it is right now. So back then, yes, it was essential, and I am personally praying and hoping that we do not get to a place where it is essential again. Because that would be really bad. That would be really, really, really bad. Because there's a lot of folks out there that only know how to crochet a granny square, and I know that you guys have all seen the pictures of the guys walking around in granny square shorts and bodysuits and things like that. We do not need that in our lives, folks. We don't. Yep, here we go. Sandy, did you not get a hold of your children? Poor thing. Sue said she has permission for it to be shared. Oh, great. As soon as you get it to me, I will pass it over to Delbert. Come on. I was at my local yarn shop. There is an email posted if I still want to be a customer. Ugh. See, everybody's wanting to mail Sandy coffee. Bless your heart, Sandy. I cannot imagine. I'm down to a container and a half of creamer personally, and I had a little bit of a freak out this morning. What are you making? My Crojo has left. I have this project that is ongoing that whenever my brain is fried and I just need something that is mindless, I pick it up. I have a bunch of granny squares here. I have yarn in this bag, and there's a bunch of granny squares, and I just make granny squares. And one of these days, I might end up putting them together. I may not. It just might be the ever-growing granny square bag, but it's my mindless project that I don't have to think about. I have never made a granny square. Did you not make Yaya's hugs? I thought you did make Yaya's hugs. Later today, I hope. Oh, we are hoping for you too, Sandy. That's not okay. It's a beautiful day here, nice breeze, the cafe where people can get ice cream or nachos, etc., and just chill out. Ugh. It is, it's nice and warm out here today. And the wind isn't blowing, which is strange for New Mexico. So it's actually pretty nice here today too, what I've seen of it. Back, did you miss me? Sue, we didn't even realize you were gone. Joking, of course we missed you. It was so long. Never leave us again. Speaking of squares, what about all the squares you have from friends around the world from last year? Whoa, 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 stay. Do you mean all of these squares? Are these the squares that you're talking about? All of them? Ah. The squares that after it got to the point where I wasn't going to film the tutorials anymore, but I had already filmed the tutorials for all of those, and then my plan was to put them all together and send them for Snowball Express, but I never got the time to join them all together. Yeah. They're still there. Hello, Steely. I may need to do that. I keep picking up random yarn to start a project, which involved lots of thinking. I just can't seem to do nothing. Need to keep my hands busy. Yeah, you know, mindless projects like this, they help a lot. And you can put them down and you can pick them back up and put them down, pick them back up whenever you need a break. I did yayas without joining as I go because I was too scared to try it. Now, today I'm going to try it. So far, so good. Oof. Join as you go is the way to go with granny squares. I've got a question for everyone. I need some suggestions on a really pretty crochet or knit shawl pattern. I have 2 big cones of lace weight yarn. Oof. Want me to sew them together for you? Ugh. Listen. There's a lot of them. There really is. And now with the new measurements, I'm going to have to lay them out and measure them to see if they will actually make the cut or if I'm going to have to make more squares to go with it. My sons and husband love Delbert so much they want to make a Team Delbert shirt. Are you kidding me? Where is the loyalty? Seriously, where is the loyalty, people? So now I'm going to have to sit down with Photoshop and I'm going to have to put a Team Delbert shirt up in the merch store. I see people buying It's Crochet O'Clock t-shirts all the time, but I'm still waiting for the day when I get to run into folks actually wearing them. Try looking at Fiber Expressions. Yes. Chanty from Fiber Expressions, she has some beautiful patterns. Beautiful, beautiful patterns. And she is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. I got to spend a good deal of time with her at Vogue Knitting Live, and she is just a joy to be around. Nope, they thought he was the funniest thing ever. Man. I say he's got to visit more for a shirt to be worthy. Right, Freaky? That's what I'm saying. Mercy. He's only been here like twice. He's only been here twice. And everybody's turning on me. Did I put in too many rounds on this sucker? I don't know. And why do I feel like this is bigger? I'm all phobic with this thing. Oh, the Queen Gypsy shawl. That's true. That was made in, oh, I don't have any more, and it's discontinued now, but it was made in Stylecraft Classique cotton is what it was designed in. That makes a really, really, really pretty shawl. But let me tell you what, be careful. If you go make the Queen Gypsy shawl, I love it. I film the tutorials for Emma. I love Emma. But Emma is very tall, okay? And I am not. And when I was making that shawl, I did it all in one day. And one day I woke up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I sat down, I started marathon on Netflix and sat there and made motifs, and it's join as you go. So I was just cruising right along. And then 11 o'clock that night, I decided that I was finished, and I stood up and I had created a Queen Gypsy triangle blanket because it would, like, holding it up and it was still dragging the floor because Emma did design it to be a super long shawl, but she designed it to fall at her calves. And she's very tall. I am not. So keep that in mind. Make sure you are standing up when you are, like, every round. Once you get past, like, well, not round, but once you get past, like, I would say row 5 of adding your motifs, make sure you're standing up and holding it up and seeing where it falls, because you will regret it if you don't. You will end up making a blanket just like I did. I missed the live last night, so I'm confused on what and who you're talking about. Oh, I'm so sorry, Steely. You're going to have to go back and watch it. I so agree. I did 11 rows for my mom's Queen Gypsy, and it is huge. Yeah. Yeah. It gets big really, really, really quickly. And the motif is super easy to remember. Super, super, super easy to remember. I'm using Laceway Aunt Lydia's thread for my shawl. I will finish it this summer. It won't be as big as Emma's was. Probably not, because that's a lot smaller weight yarn. Not by much, but it is. But still be careful. Be careful. Stand up with that sucker. I'm telling you, I made a blanket. I need to make another one and like attach them. So, big old Queen Gypsy blanket. Lindsay said, I did a Gypsy Queen as a scarf. The squares are great for modifying the shape and size. That's true. They are. I'm currently working on the Fairy Queen wrap by Sarah E. Hartman. I don't know who that is, but I'll bet you that's pretty. Annie, you should post a picture of that in the Facebook group. Let us see what it's looking like. I say that since Delbert stole the Tim Tams, he doesn't deserve a shirt, right? He stole my Tim Tams. 2, 3. I'm only 5 foot tall, so yeah, definitely, Christine. Don't sit down for a day. Don't get bored. We're all in isolation. Do not get bored and just sit down and go and lose track of time. Stand up. Like, every time you get up to go wee, hold that sucker up to make sure that you're not getting overzealous with it, because it happens quick. I will go back and watch it here when I get done with this live. Yeah, it was an interesting evening. And lied. Yeah. He fibbed about it. Came in with evidence all over him. Oh. My daughter is deep cleaning the kitchen. Oof. She can come deep clean mine. I mean, there isn't much to do because I'm a little bit crazy about it, but she can come and do that. That's what I'm doing. Good, Christine. You're making it for the Queen of Fays. Ooh. That's a nice name for a shawl. Hello, Steph. That's a really nice name for a shawl. I saw, I posted it in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. There was a woman with long hair walking through the forest, and she had this long shawl on. Y'all, turns out that's a vintage pattern, and it's a tablecloth. Team Delbert, Tim Tams fear us. Oh, look at you guys. We'll see what we can work on. Delbert's mail is on the way. The monster caught the mailman. Aw, you guys. Is it honest to goodness? Like she put it in the mailbox? Because that's going to be great for his ego. I don't think she wants to go back to Arizona. Aw, bless her heart. I don't blame her, though, truthfully. Because you're in Florida, aren't you, Ruth? Dum, dum, dum. Here I am looking at shawls like the skull one and thinking I'll make that for a tabletop. See, Freaky's going backwards. People are turning vintage tablecloth patterns into shawls, and Freaky's trying to turn shawls into tablecloths. Will Made has some beautiful shawl patterns. I think Pip and Poppycock made one of them. I'm not sure. Yes, legit snail mail. Typed it up on an old typewriter. Aw. Did she send it to my post office box? I'll have to try to remember. I need to set up like an email thing to alert me when something lands at my post office box. Because I don't always check it every day. I probably should, though. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. We all know Freaky is backwards. He is. I gave her the address. Aw, thank you, Dee. I will go check it in a couple days. Shouldn't take too long to get here from where you're at. Wow, you can still get ribbon for that typewriter, right? Thank you, guys. Coronavirus alert. Stop it, Sue. It was just a little sneeze. Sue says, "Do you trust me to be a moderator?" You see things like that? That doesn't induce warm feelings. Thank you. Thank you for the blessings. If I was a better pen pal, it would be a thing here too. I'm not a very good pen pal. Amazon had it along with the correction tape. Wow. I learned how to type on a typewriter. But I can't tell you the last time I actually used a typewriter. I better crochet a mask for my monitor. You can adapt Bonnie Barker's. Bonnie Barker just put out a pattern for a crocheted face mask. You can adapt Bonnie's. Joanne sent out a pattern for sewing masks. Mom's making a couple for when we go out to the store. I saw a lot of people yesterday wearing homemade masks. What do you mean I'm protecting the tribe? I originally learned how to type on a manual typewriter, Mine was an electric typewriter. It wasn't a manual typewriter, but I did learn how to type on a typewriter. And I have never been one to hold my hands where they're supposed to be. Imagine that. Look at how I crochet, and everybody thinks that I'm crazy for how I hold my yarn and how I hold my hook. How can you do that? My hands just work differently from everybody else's. My brother told me once when I was typing something up for him, it's like, I have never seen anybody that has perfected the hunt and peck method the way that you have, because my hands just fly all over the keyboard. I've never been able to hold them in the proper position because it hurts me to hold them in the proper position. So my hands just fly all over the place. But you know what? I type fast with very few errors. Although on my phone, now that I use my phone so much, you would never know it because Siri likes to make me look like I'm an imbecile and she changes my words. I learned how to type on a rock and a chisel. Oh, Sue. I think the vast majority, Sharon said, masks don't work unless they are surgical grade and won't stop you from infection because of the germs on your hands. I think most people know that. I think that most people are of the mind, though, something is better than nothing. And if it makes them feel better and they're not hurting folks or doing anything illegal, I'm not going to get in their way. If it makes you feel better and makes you feel more comfortable, go ahead. Autocorrect is a scourge. Yes, yes it is. Does anyone watch HBO's Westworld? I tried to start watching it, but I couldn't keep myself in it. I just couldn't. I was allowed to use the electric typewriter once the manual was mastered. I used a hammer, made it up to the Bronze Age. Face masks are better than bandanas. Social distancing by default. New Mexico's governor changed our gathering number from 10 to 5 yesterday and closed all non-essential businesses, all of that good stuff. Try using voice to text with a New England accent. Talk about changing words. Oh, I'll bet that's a bit crazy pants. That blew my mind when the CDC said to use bandanas. Did they say that? I must have missed that. I've been watching, I've been re-binge watching Grey's Anatomy because I love, love, love Grey's Anatomy. So I started all the way back at season 1, episode 1, when I first moved. I started back watching that. And I'm still not finished because I only get to watch so many episodes every week of it. And it's really weird for me because I'm still watching, it's still on the air, so there's still more shows coming out. It's so once a week I watch that show and then I go back to the old ones and, like people that are gone or people that have died, I'm like, oh, or people that are there that haven't moved on. It's weird. It's weird. This episode, by the way, guys, if you guys are Grey's fans and you haven't watched this week's episode, it was a tough one. It was a tough one to watch. It should have come with a disclaimer, seriously. We're down to 2 and on a stricter lockdown from today, out for exercise once a day or medical appointments and pharmacy. Well, I'm old enough, Grey's A, when it first aired. I've been watching since it first aired, too. My Guilty Pleasure, The Crown on Netflix. That is a good series. I shut down everything for the release of The Crown. Everything. Everything. Call the person in my life, do not bother me. Tell Jennifer I am not working. Tell the patrons I'm so sorry, but there will be nothing. Shut down everything. Lay all of the snacks out in front of me in arm's distance in a semicircle, and there I am for 9 or 10 hours, only moving to wee and refill my drink if I happen to run out. I love The Crown. Love The Crown. Stop everything for a new release of The Crown. I've had to cancel my kids' D&D group for the time being. Kids were seriously bummed, but you gotta follow the law. Discord will be really good for that. Yep. There's also a lot of apps that are made for Discord, just for that will be super helpful for you. So do some research into it, because yeah, Discord is the way to go for that particular scenario. What is Discord? Discord is a chatting app that a lot of gamers use. A lot of people, like a lot of companies, use them. It's a social service. And they can do voice over Discord if they want to. They don't have to. But you can have dice rollers and all of that good stuff on Discord. Discord is like Twitch. It's a game site. Yeah. Hello, Lily. We only have about 7 minutes left to go. So I wanted to pop out. A bunch of you guys know that I have been keeping track every day of, I've been taking snapshots at the same time every day of the new cases and things like that. Things are not doing good. Now, remember, we're about 2 weeks behind Italy. And yesterday, Italy's death toll was double what China's death toll has been. Yesterday, Italy's total deaths went to 6,077. They had 601 people succumb to the virus. Today, so far, they've had 743 succumb to the virus. Yesterday, the United States had 140. And today we are already up to 69. If we do not, if we don't maintain the social distancing, there's so many people that are fussing about the government trying to take us over and the government trying to take away our rights and all of it. Just stop. Stop with the ego and stay home. If you don't need to go out, do not go out, because if they don't knock it off, we're going to end up just like Italy. And while Italy doesn't have as many confirmed cases as China does, their death toll right now is 6,820, and China lost 3,277 total right now. It's not okay, you guys. It's not okay at all. And they're 2 weeks ahead of us. Their new cases today, Italy's new cases today was 5,249 so far. Ours is 5,860. And they are 2 weeks ahead of us. With the way that things spread and the way that simple math works, imagine what that number will be in 2 weeks if we don't nip it in the bud. I don't even know if that, because the bud has already passed. But if we don't knock it off and we don't all work together, it's just going to get worse. I live in an area cable TV is not an option. Dish and DirecTV want $400 to $500 to install, and I still don't have a computer. Ugh, that's not okay. Ugh. We got to work on this, guys. And don't forget that things are always changing. So while they are saying, like, for instance, kids can go back spring break when schools first started to cancel. Oh, we're just going to extend spring break by a week. And then schools started to say, no, you're not coming back until the middle of April or the beginning of May. Now schools are canceling for the whole rest of the semester. Things are always, always, always changing because we don't know when we are going to flatten out the curve. We don't know when we're going to be able to bend the curve and stop it from going. So everything is going to keep changing. So even the information that's coming from the White House, the president may want to let everybody go back to work that's not essential in 2 weeks. But the reality is that people don't act like they have some upbringing and take on their own social responsibility, then it's still going to be really bad, and he's not going to be able to do that. So, the number of senior citizens there is the highest in the world. That is true. That is true, but we also have younger people that are succumbing to the illness as well. So it's not just, yes, there are a higher percentage of elderly dying and people with underlying health conditions, but you don't know. You may think that you're healthy. You don't know. I don't know. Anywho, just stay at home. If you don't have to go anywhere, just stay at home. And I say that as I get ready to head out the door to my essential job position. So, you guys, have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you are not part of the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, consider joining, partaking in the conversation. Start a thread of your own. Jump in on some of the other ones. Post pictures of what you're working on. Just be together, because that's part of what the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group is about, because I can only be here for 1 hour, but you guys do have that tool there to use and continue, socializing in some fashion with your people. Remember to be kind, because on a normal day, you have no idea what other folks are dealing with, and things are more stressful now. People are scared. There's great concern going on. Tensions are running high, and that goes for online too. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Remember to be kind, and if you don't have something nice to say, just scroll on by and don't say anything at all, because you really don't have to. Use your energy to put good out into the universe versus nastiness. I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a great day or a great evening wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye now.